A very good day to lecturer, Puan Swaini, ladies and gentlemen. I am Kirtana Malar Ravichandran from class DDT 2B. My metric number is 01DDT20F2072 and my friends would like to present about information security policy and threats to information security by based on parts that divided to explain myself to the audience. Summary is one of my part to explain. Information security policy is a set of policies and requirements that define the fundamental principles for the protections of information assistance and the proper control needed to ensure compliance with internal and external regulations. The information security policies, on short form called ISP, it stands for Information Security Policy, employs including retriers and agents, which means any person can be perform the task. Information security policies also applies to all corporate information and personal information, whether it's certain to employee agents, customer, supplies or other members of the public to all information management systems, including all applications such as systems, websites, processes, facilities, equipments, and documentation belong to use by in the custody of company regardless of form of locations. Objective of Information Security Policy. The main purpose of information security policy to prevent or minimize likelihood and impact of information security branches. Besides that, it is also to enhance the protections accorded to company information assets. Information security branches that could impact company operations. For example, such as unauthorized access to information. It means, for example, unauthorized access is when a person who does not have permission to connect to or use a system gains entry in a manner by the system owner. The second is data tampering or vandalism. For example, data packets are transmitted unprotected. A hacker can intercept the data packets or modify its contents and change its destination's address. Third is about destruction of interface with computing system, leading to system outages or failure. Examples: failure or a server software issue causing the system to freeze, reboot or stop functioning altogether. System failures may result from a hard drive with bad sectors, causing the operating systems to not be able to read data from the.
Hi Miss, I am Renuga here. I would like to present about scope. This policy is applied to all staff, partnership, trainees, administrator and developer of information system. It also applies to user that create or use information asset and computing environment. Threats of information security. Virus. They have the ability to replace themselves by hooking them to the program on the host computer like songs, videos, etc. and then they travel all over the internet. Worm. They can easily travel from one computer to another if network is available and on the target machine. They will not do much harm. They will, for example, consume hard disk space, thus slowing down the computer. Trojans. The purpose of Trojan is to conceal themselves inside the software that seem legitimate, and when that software is executed they will do their task of either stealing information or any other purpose for which they are designed. They often provide backdoor gateway for malicious program or malevolent user to enter your system and steal your valuable data without your knowledge and permission. For example, include FTP Trojan, proxy Trojan, remote access Trojan, etc. Ransomware. It is type of malware that will either encrypt your files or will lock your computer, making it insensible either partially or wholly. Then a screen will be displayed asking for money. Example, ransom in exchange. Social hacking. Most of these attacks were carried out through deliberate phishing using phone email to dupe employment, a method that remains extremely effective to these days. Password management. All company must got password for access in computer system and more. Those passwords must be complex, containing at least 8 characters and a maximum of lowercase, uppercase, numbers and punctuation characters. Password used on company system shall never correspond with employee personal account password. For example, Windows accounts and Gmail account password must be separate. Those passwords employee must keep secret and cannot share to anyone. Every once a month's password must change so cannot treat by social hackers.
Hi, my name is Shazrul. Now I'm going to talking about the information security policy. End goal of information security policy is to protect the information and system that support the operations and assets of the agency. The first of all information security policy is detect and prevent information security breaches such as misuse of networks, data, applications and computer systems. The secondly is maintain the reputation of the organization and uphold ethical and legal responsibles. Secondly, I am going to talk about the requirements of information security policy. Threats of information security in increasing day by day. Because of this, many complaints leads to lot of problems and losses for companies. So all the companies, the information security policy will reflect the risk appetites of an company's management and should reflect the managerial mindset when it comes to security. Information security policies provide directions upon which a control network can be built to secure the organizations of company against external and internal threats. The information security very important for every company. So all the employers must follow to the security policy to prevent from threats. Last, I'm going to talk about the password management. All companies must got password for access its computer system and more. Those passwords must be complex, containing at least 8 characters and a mixture of lowercase, uppercase, numbers and punctuation characters. Password used on company systems should never correspond with employee personal account password. Example, Windows account and Gmail account password must be separate. Those password employee must keep secret and cannot share to anyone. Every once a month password must change so cannot treat by social hackers. Thank you. That's all today.
Hello, my name is Luinder. I want to talk about user of email, internet and social network and information handling. First is user of email. Any email that is sent, received, created or stored on a company's computer system may be viewed and even advertisement in a legal case. As an employer of cybersecurity, have the right to monitor to the employees use of email, but it is legally important to ensure that employees are aware of potential monitoring. First policy is any offense material received in email must be reported to the IT department and human resources without undue delay. Secondly, all use of email must be in line with proper business practice and relevant to the job duties. For example, employees send email to parents, friends, or outside people. As a IT consultant, I can take action that break company policy. Secondly, internet and social network. Companies' employees are expected to use the internet responsibly and productively. Internet access is limited to job-related activities only and personal use is not permitted. The policy of internet social. First, all sites and downloads may be monitored or blocked by company if they are deemed to be harmful and are not productive to business. Secondly, the installation of software such as instant messaging technology is strictly permitted, like WhatsApp, Telegram, WeChat and more software like this. Thirdly, using internet for social, example like employees watching film or listening music or use Facebook and Instagram. As an IT consultant, I will report to company manager and they will take action against them, because as an IT consultant, I got rights to monitor my employees. Because of the policy, company can prevent from social hacker who hack the network and get company secret.
Remote access. It is responsibility of our company's employees, contractors, vendors and agents with remote access privileges to our corporate network to enjoy remote access connection as the user of one site's connection. General access, the same consideration as the user reactional used through our company network is strictly literally to our employees contractor as vendor and also agents. The authorized users will not use our networks to access the internet for outside business interests or to the informations regarding remote access connection. Options including how to obtain remote access login. For example, we can use VPN, antivirus software and also troubleshooting.
Finally, information handling. Information handling is to support the key aspects of running a company such as communication, recording keeping, decision making, data analysis and more. Companies use this information to improve their business operation, make strategic decisions and get a competitive edge. Other than it helps dictate our business from strategies and implement. The first policy of information handling that employees must follow is handling and labeling of all the media shall be according to its indicate classification level. Secondly, depending on the qualification of information, electronic transmission, copying and distribution of copies shall require period approval of CISO, DGM, GM or CO. Thirdly, mailing and or shipment of confidential information shall require that information be sent to a repeated mail service or courier with proper authentication. Finally, confidential information shall be stored with proper security and or in a safety lockers. Thank you very much.